flu flammers situation. And always, by the way, Officer CS2 back, officer back, officer back, officer back. Let's jump into this, man. All right. Welcome to the bar. It's your favorite guys, and y'all do not remember. There was a horrific and gruesome video of men being pistol whipped and stripped down on the no jumper brawl. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the bar. It's your favorite guys, and let me know if y'all can hear. On the no jumper brawl. Yes, I know. This thing took place. If gruesome video of men being pistol whipped and stripped down behind the No Jumper Studios in their parking lot. And guys, and I tended that girl Henny, and today we are pouring up on an update. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear everything good with the sound. Girl going that go yard bag. Just to flip and pop some tags. Girl going that go yard bag. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Where all my trapping ass ninjas? Where my blood at? There we go. 100 piece counting that cash. All right. All right, boom. Let's get into this. All right, let's jump into that girl Henny, man, with more updates on the no jumper Brizzle. On the no jumper brawl. Dun dun dun. Yes, I know. This thing took place, if y'all do not remember, there was a horrific and gruesome video of men being pistol whipped and stripped down behind the No Jumper Studios in their parking lot. Let me know if the sound is good, Crow. And that video featured WACK100, Tremaine, Ashley Williams, and a whole host of goons who decided that they were going to, I guess, test their gangsta or prove their gangsta on Jay Reed and his partner who rolled out there with him, Evan. Now, I know that there was some dropping of a name. I think it was of Mauricio or whatever. I don't know where that came from, but it turns out that his name is Evan Seller. Yes. So we have, lawsuits that were filed against Adam in the name of Jermel Reed and also in the name of Evan Siller. Not Silver, but Siller. And so there has been movement in that case. But I also have some exclusive information that was given to me by Alex Alonso of Street TV. Shout out to Street TV. Shout out to Alex Alonso, because it appears that there has also been an arrest in the case that happened. Yeah, the arrest was made on that nigga Alfred got arrested. I think that's IBM. That's a gloss. And somebody is going to click city behind it. Da, da, da. I know. I told y'all it was going to be good. Y'all should know whenever I'm coming to spill Eddie, it's going to be hot, Eddie, honey. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get this screen the way that I like my screen, and let me not hold y'all up, because we got things to do, places to be, and reports to put out on other things that are going on this internet, you see. So, let's get into a little refresher, because y'all know how I like to do. I like to bring it back, then forth, and forth. Mm-hmm. See, is this it? Nope, that's not it. Make sure I have the right one. It doesn't even matter. Let me just put this up here. So we have something up on the screen. Yep, I'm on the right one. Let me get this little watermark up here so that we can have our watermark. And I can get to reminding y'all of what's been going on. So in case you don't remember, because it's been a while, back in September of last year, the incident happened. December last year of 2024. And in September, we had a court filing by Jermel Reed, aka J Reed. Now, I'm not going to get into all the other stuff that came out and that's been roaming about. We focusing on this, the no jumper situation. So please don't bring any of that other stuff into the chat. Now, if y'all remember, he filed for premises liability, negligence, assault and battery, and negligent hiring / retention and supervision. And he filed against White Pickle LLC, Adam Grand Mason, doing business as No Jumper Podcast, Cash Jones and Termaine Williams, as well as those 1 through 50 inclusive. All right. And they go through the whole situation, and we're going to read it. We're going to read it just to refresh ourselves, because there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of a refresher. You know what I'm saying? So it says that the plaintiff, Jermel Reed, isn't at all times mentioned here and as a resident of the state of California. So this is the paperwork, and here are the general allegations. On or about December 26th of 2024, Jermel Reed, J. Reed, was lawfully present at the premises located at 20. We know the address. I ain't even going to say it.
The fact that they're saying he was lawfully present means that he was there under good faith, and he basically had permission to be there. He went out there for no reason.
When J. Reed was violently assaulted and battered by agents, employees, guests, and/or affiliates of White Pickle LLC, owned and controlled by the defendant, Adam Grand Mason. Okay, so it says White Pickle and/or defendant Adam Graham Mason knew, or in the exercise of reasonable care, should have known that its agents, employees, affiliates, and guests had a history of violent, criminal, and dangerous conduct and posed a foreseeable risk of harm to others. Now, this is where we're looking at
Where it
this
gets
case.
tricky at, because Adam for sure is aware that WACK is prone to violence based off his own stories, based off his own admission. That's where Adam kind of gets involved at, because it's like, nigga, well, you hired him and you knew that he was a flu flammer.
And this is sounding just like the Kenneth Lawson case, because Kenneth Lawson also accused Cash Money of the same thing. Like, you should have known that you had somebody that should not be out here dealing with the public. And the thing about it is, Adam knew that Jay Reed was there by his own admission. Yeah, and not just Jay Reed's word. Okay? White Pickle and Adam Graham Mason were aware of complaints, law enforcement activity, or other indicators that its guests, affiliates, employees, agents, and/or its associates created a dangerous and unsafe condition on the property. No Jumper has also been the site of a lot of different incidents that we have seen go down. We have seen pew-pews on set. Okay? Yeah. People have run down up at No Jumper. No Jumper is, a space and place where people feel that they can,
No Jumper is a spot where you can catch a op. It's the op catch a spot. It's the catch a op spot. You feel me? No Jumpers for sure to catch a op spot.
Possibly be put into harm's way. But Adam would not be in this situation that he's in, being sued by Jermel Reed and also Evan, because if you would have conducted your business a little bit more properly, or possibly not continue to do business with WACK100 after this, you would have then avoided some of these consequences that you are now facing. This has also been a space and place where, if you remember, No Jumper is also mentioned in the federal indictment of Big U. Yeah. Why? Because WACK100 bought Termaine Ashley Williams, a.k.a. Fake Loose Cannon, Timu Loose Cannon, dollar discount.
Now again, y'all, I ain't saying that niggas that No Jumper is the police. I'm just saying that niggas up there keep going to jail. That's all I'm saying. I honestly, in my heart, don't think that Adam is the police. I think that niggas have made his spot high, and I think that honestly, No Jumper and turned into something that's way past Adam's control, and it's past what he wanted it to be. Honestly, I'm not saying that he's not at fault, because he opened the door and introduced that level of flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny. But I didn't think that he was ready for the skulls to get dug the way that they did.
Loose Cannon, Dollar General, Loose Cannon, up there and made some claims and some accusations that were going on his podcast. Okay, so it has become a liability to continue to do business with WACK100. But Adam, I guess Adam don't see it that way, and he's going to learn the hard way.
What's up, Keith?
So, as you know, there was also a joint stipulation that was extended back in October on behalf of Jamel Reed. But then in on October 27th, this is when we learned the true name of the other gentleman who was involved in the situation, and his name was Evan Siller. Siller. I keep wanting to say Silver. And now he also filed his lawsuit. Well, guess what, y'all? Jamel Reed on 5/11/2026, he filed in there for a declaration to be made. Now, this declaration that he asked for is where they send a bunch of questions to the defendant in the case, and the defendant is thereby required to answer said questions. Now, this document right here is 120.
Wait, May 11th. What's today's date? Oh, today the 15th. That was Monday. That just happened. Okay, today Friday. That just happened on Monday.
155 pages long, y'all. Let me just breathe for a second, okay? And so Adam and his attorneys received these questions that Jay Reed had for him. Some of these questions include things like describe your personal involvement, if any, in planning, producing, approving, or appearing in podcast content involving Cash Jones or Tremaine Williams. So it's things like that. It was asking what, his primary language is. Describe your personal relationship, if any, with Cash Jones during the relevant time period. Describe your personal relationship, if any, with Tremaine Williams during the relevant time period. Describe any agreements or understandings you personally had with Cash Jones relating to events or podcast content. Describe any agreements or understandings you personally had with Tremaine Williams relating to events or podcast content. Describe when and how you first became aware of the incident on December 26th of 2000.
So basically, it's gonna make Adam break down every single thing about this situation, and it's gonna force WAC to basically be a tone and uphold these stupid lies he's been telling.
24. Describe your actions, if any, in response to learning of the incident. Identify all persons with whom you communicated regarding the incident on December 26, 2004. Describe all communications between you and Cash Jones relating to events, podcasts, security or guest access at the premises. Describe all communications between you and any third party relating to the incident, excluding attorney-client privilege communications. So you get an idea of what these.
Oh yeah, they're asking Adam, hey, what really happened in this situation? Break it down. They're asking every single question that will be able to help them paint an accurate description or a picture of what happened and who had involvement in this no jumper beating.
Questions were that were being asked of Adam, and let me just tell you, Adam did not disappoint, because to my amusement, I don't know how amusing it is for anyone else, but to my
Wait, Adam answered the questions already?
amusement, on questions like state your name, every name you have used in the past, and the dates you used each name. The response from Adam's legal team was, defendant objects to this
Words are hard. Words are hard. Words are hard. Don't worry about it.
Interrogatory. Well, basically, he disagrees to interrogation. Don't laugh at me. I'm having a hard time today, okay?
Words are hard.
Because
Words
the
are
First
hard.
Amendment complaint was dismissed on March 20th, 2026. Now, there is no dismissal. As of today's date, March 25th, 2026, no amended complaint has been filed. There are no claims pending against defendant, and no operative complaint currently exists in effort to avoid needless discovery expense. On March 23rd, 2026, defense counsel requested a 30-day extension of the deadline to respond to these requests, given that there is no operative complaint at this time. Plaintiff's counsel refused. If a second amended complaint is filed and it survives demur, defendant will supplement these responses based on the pleading and claims that are pled. And so Adam, via his attorney, did not bother to answer any of these questions. All of the questions that were asked.
But I mean, to Adam's defense, if the attorney said don't answer it and don't worry about it, man, I'm listening to my attorney. That's what I pay you for.
Were responded to with generic objections, evasive answers, and refusals instead of providing real information. Okay?
Adam said he ain't
Um,
snitching. That's
and
right.
it wasn't anything, there's stuff that was asked of him that.
Adam said that he ain't snitching. Adam said that he ain't talking to the cops. F the Johnnies. Meanwhile, Wack giving it all up. Adam keeping it solid. That's crazy.
In all honesty,
Adam keeping it solid.
Adam could have answered. Okay? We all know the answer to a lot of those questions. The questions that were being asked of him were things that have already played out. You understand what I'm saying? We watched him get on a No Jumper podcast and have a conversation with Wack about the situation that happened. We watched at a Wack talk about here's the text messages. We know that on air, Adam admitted to seeing Jay Reed on the premises, yet Adam continued to go on about his night. We've seen on camera that, matter of fact, I ain't got to tell you what we seen on camera.
Show us what we seen on camera, Henny.
I ain't got to tell you what we seen
And then
on
Wack
camera.
had the
Hold
watch
on.
and all that. Wack had the watch and all that on the No Jumper show.
This right here is what we seen on camera. And we see down here you've got Jay Reed and Termaine and Wack. And this gentleman right here, Alfred Walker.
That's
Who is
gloss.
Alfred Walker, Henny? I'm going to give it to you in a minute. But we saw all of this basically play out. And Adam could have answered those questions because we know who he spoke to. We don't know if he spoke to anybody else. We don't know if he spoke to his attorneys, which I'm assuming that he did. But that is where we are with the civil cases, where basically everything that was asked of Adam, they basically.
Hey, Adam not snitching though. I give it to him. Adam not snitching. Adam holding it down. It's only a civil case, but Adam, all right, Adam, okay. The paperwork say you ain't told nothing. You feel me?
Objected to, did not give any answers to, and left Jay Reed hanging. Which now leads us to this right here. Now, I just mentioned Alfred Walker, okay?
If you don't enjoy the content, you don't have to be here. If you don't enjoy the content, I'm not upset with anybody. But if you don't enjoy it, you just don't have to be here. And then that can just be that. And you can go watch the content that you enjoy from the people who in which you enjoy. That's not a problem with me. I have no issue with that. No issue with that. But don't come in my chat telling me what you don't like about what I'm doing. I'm not here for your criticisms, nor am I here for your critiques. We're here to listen to that girl Henny, and that's the only thing that I want to do. Nothing past that. You feel me? We just have adult enjoyment. Let's have an adult enjoyable conversation. It's Friday. Y'all pour up some shots. Y'all roll up some tree. Y'all kick it. You feel me? Like, nah, I don't want to hear that shit today. You feel me? I'm kicking it. I'm in a good mood. You feel me? I'm blowing my tree. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of things done for my household and for my kids today. I'm chilling. Don't come pissing on my prey. You feel me? I'm kicking it. I'm minding my business. My girl gonna be home later on. We gonna watch a movie. I'm enjoying myself. Don't come around this feather muck and pissing on my parade, my nigga. Let me enjoy myself as I enjoy myself, as I hope for y'all to enjoy yourselves. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Congratulations, Giving Life.
And like I said, I know some of y'all are sitting back and y'all are like, who is Alfred Walker, Henny? Why should we know that name? Well, Alfred Walker. Oh, I don't want to show that. Hold on one second.
Alfred Walker is IBM
let me
Gloss.
do this. Oh, you're not going to let me show that without that. Oh, I was about to say. So this is a better photo of who Alfred Walker is. And as I said, this is the man who was wearing the blue and white shirt. Well, what exactly did Alfred get himself caught into when it comes down to this no jumper brawl beatdown situation that happened? Well, if you didn't notice, at one point in time, we saw Loose Cannon or Ashley Ashley had a firearm, and Ashley was pistol whipping Jay Reed. But what a lot of us missed in this video was
Alfred Walker was pistol whipping the other dude.
Yeah, Alfred had a pistol too. And Alfred was pistol whipping Jay Reed as well. Now,
let the chat, giving life. Let the chat. Just fire back. Let the chat. We're going for engagements here.
I'm going to be very cautious with what I share because I'm not trying to get into no trouble. Hey, YouTube, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is all AI. Nothing is real. It is all fictional characters that were made up for entertainment purposes
So if she's finished show the fight, I'm going to actually, let me see. Hold on.
only. So this right here over Jay Reed, that's Alfred Walker. And then you see there goes Tremaine. And of course, we all know the brutality that happened. And there you have, Alfred is beating on, and in his hand.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna skip this because I don't want to. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
He has a pistol.
Okay, she's not really showing it.
And so he is one of the suspects in this case that was arrested. Now, this did not make a lot of spread across the internet. Let me get this up here for you guys as well. Because I don't really think that a lot of people knew that there were arrests going on, and anyone who knew that there were...
Nah, let them spam. Let them spam. It helped the engagement. Let them spam. Let them spam. Let them go crazy. Let them do whatever. Let them do it all. I ain't tripping.
Arrests going on. They didn't want to say anything because they don't want to come off as a snitch. Come on, we know how this goes. All right. So, according to this screenshot right here, what Alfred is being charged with is serious. Okay, let's start at the top. Felony assault with a firearm.
So he's actually locked up in jail right now. How is Loose Cannon not charged with anything about this? How does Loose Cannon not have any charges? You feel me? How does Loose Cannon not have nothing going on? Like, I don't understand. You feel me? Nah, giving life, you was supposed to let him, bro. Come on, my nigga, you can't be blocking the people, bro. Come on, my nigga, we needed that engagement, bro. Even if he's spamming, we gotta let that type of shit fly. If he tripping, it's whatever. Let me see. Man, you gotta let the nigga run the engagements up, bro. You gotta let the nigga run the engagements up. It's all about the engagements, man. Let him drive the algorithm. Yeah, Crow, you gotta let him drive the algorithm. Billy 90210B, I know you got a troll page. Go back and go up on your other account. I know you got another one. Come back and spam on your other account.
I'm on a person. Okay, special allegation of use of a firearm, one or more serious violent felony. He has one or more prior serious violent felony convictions, which means that he's a prior felon. So this is not going to look good for Mr. Alfred Walker. Okay? There's felony assault by any means of force, possible great bodily injury, with a special allegation on there of great bodily harm, and one or more serious violent felony.
Damn it.
Okay, those are priors. So he's being charged with that. Let me get some more up here for y'all. Because I know y'all are probably wondering when he got arrested. Hold on.
So I'm wondering how Gloss is arrested and in jail for this fight, but nobody else is. How is Alfred in jail, but nobody else is? How is Loose Cannon not being charged with this? We know Loose Cannon's in the feds, but how are they not putting charges on him with this through the state of California? How is WACK not in jail for anything? How is only one person involved in this when there are multiple people a part of this crazy attack?
Okay, so that was his next court date, but this is past. His arrest date was 5/6/2020. Oh no, that's not it. He was released on 5/6/2026. That was his next court date. Hold on, you guys, because I have everything. It's just a little jumbled. Permanent housing. That's still the next court date. Arrest date was 4/1/2026 by Burbank PD. So on April 1st, now you got to remember this incident happened all the way back in 2024. And Alfred is the first arrest. Now we could consider Tremaine to be the first arrest, but you already know he's locked up because he's locked up for that Big U, with that Big U felony case that is federal case that is going down. So he's already in custody. But this is the first person outside of all of that that was arrested. However, he was released on ROR. Wow, Henny, I have no idea how that happened. But I do have an exclusive telephone interview that I did get with Alex Alonso. Now, Alex Alonso.
Hey, Hoodlum, I swear to God, I was literally just thinking about. I was trying to text this nigga. That nigga Alf on the streets. You got a line on that nigga?
Alonso is of Street TV. Again, shout out to Street TV, the whole team, and shout out to Alex Alonso. He called yesterday, and he
Make sure y'all show some love to IBM Hoodlum, man. Hit him with a like, hit him with a comment, hit him with a get subscribe. IBM Hoodlum be having a lot of things going on in these YouTube streets, so tap in with him. Henny said that nigga Al back on the streets. What, he got bail or something? And then I said, if he is, you got a line on that nigga?
Gave me the exclusive information play by play of what went down yesterday with Mr. Alfred Walker. So let me get Mr. Walker back up here on this screen real quick. Let me take this down and let's hear what Alex had to say played out in court yesterday. So Mr. Alfred Walker.
Hoodlum, I'm gonna hit you after this.
To appear in court this morning. Can y'all hear it? Henny Glasses in the chat if y'all can hear it clearly.
Come on, Henny, play the content.
Let me know if y'all could hear that part that I just played clearly. All right, y'all can hear? So I'm going to back it up and I'm going to start it over. Okay, so Mr. Alfred Walker was scheduled to appear in court this morning at 8:30 in Pasadena. Pasadena is going to be the courtroom where this no jumper beating trial is going to take place. It's the next closest jurisdiction to Burbank where this occurred. And what I learned today was that when he was arrested and taken into custody, he had a hearing in early May, and he was released on his own recognizance. He's on an OR release.
So he's not even on a cash bond. That nigga signed out on his own signature. That's not a bad thing, though. He might got some action.
It's very surprising to me because there are more ORs being given to defendants of nonviolent offenses. They had a $1.1 million bail, and this is considered a violent offense, but he was given an OR, but he has electronic monitoring as well. So that was interesting to find out that he is out on an OR. He thought with a $1.1 million bail to get out, but he is under electronic monitoring. So that's the first thing. Second, his defense attorney is a bar panel lawyer, which means she's from the public defender's office. So he does have a public defender. And she told the court this morning that she's still waiting to receive more discovery on this case and that she wouldn't be ready to go on hearing until July. So he's going to be out on this ROR until July. He's going to be out until the case is over. Right. He'll probably be taken into custody, at that time if he goes to trial on this, or if he takes a deal, or if he's even offered a deal. In fact, that was one of the questions the judge asked. It's a little surprising. So early in this case, the judge asked the prosecutor, is there a deal being offered? And the prosecutor said, no, there's no deal at this time. Well, I don't even understand, like you said, ROR on this type of a case and now a deal before you even begin the trial. Like, that's so far away. Like, the trial is not next week. No, it's not, but, this is a open and open and shut case because it's on video, unfortunately, from Mr. Walker. Right. The whole crime is recorded, so I don't know what type of defense you can even put up. So really, at the end of the day, it comes down to, do you want to plead guilty, and does the state want to give you a deal? But the state said, no, there's no deal right now. And that's done in an effort to save on resources, because to have to go to court and keep going to court and keep going to court on a case that's really a slam dunk, it wastes our tax money. Exactly. So Loose Cannon was not there for this court hearing, correct? Mr. Walker was the only defendant in court this morning. No Tremaine Williams and none of the other defendants that are believed to have been either charged or have warrants were there either. Interesting. Do you think that they'll be tried separately for this case? No, I believe they'll all be charged under the same case whenever these guys are arrested. This Mr. Walker just got arrested in April.
I guess they don't really have to rush to get Loose Cannon in court because they already got him in custody. It would make more sense to get everybody else involved in the situation put into police custody first before going after Loose Cannon, who's already in the feds. We know where the turtle's at. So it don't really make sense to have him come down for this court date and all that kind of stuff when, like I said, he's already in captivity. I use the word captivity on purpose. For sure he's in captivity because jail is nothing but like a zoo. But that's a different conversation.
So he's the first one to be taken into custody. Tremaine Williams is already in custody.
What's up, Bam?
Right. So it's just a matter of time before the other co-defendants are arrested. That's my view of it. I believe that there are at least two more or three more people that Burbank wants to arrest. Wow, and this happened in December, and he just got arrested in April. Yeah, December of 2024, and here we are in 2026. Right. I said it like it was last year. My bad. That was 2024. Yeah. Wow. Were there any of the victims in the case in the courtroom that you noticed? No. Mr. Walker was there with his girlfriend and his mother, and there were no other people from the case that were there. How did he look in the court? Did he look confident? Did he look nonchalant? He just looked regular. I went to him and told him I was covering this case. He had a look of surprise that like why, or he didn't understand what I meant. But I explained to him I am covering this case for the media, and I won't be here. Just give him a heads up, when he sees me inside that courtroom, who I am and why I'm there. Right. Well, any additional takeaways that you have from today? Well, the public defender and the prosecutor agreed that they would be ready for the preliminary hearing on July 7th. Okay. So that is going to be when the evidence is presented against Mr. Walker, and we'll see if there's other people in custody at that time. But it looks like, a lot of people doubted that anybody was ever going to go to jail for that meeting. Right. I know that I've said it multiple times on straight politicking, and even my co-host doubted me a few times. But here we are. It is a real case. Is taking place in Pasadena Court, and preliminary hearing will be on July 7th, and I will be there. So let me ask you this, because I just received information.
Mods, y'all gotta stop timing niggas out, bro. Hey, man, y'all gotta stop timing niggas out, bro. Stop timing niggas out. It don't matter whatever a nigga say. Stop timing niggas out, bro. Stop timing. Let niggas say what they gonna say. The numbers drop when y'all do that. Stop timing niggas out, bro. Everybody, if you talk shit back, stop timing niggas out. Don't time. No, moving forward, we're not doing no more timeouts in the chat. Not even in this chat. In every chat moving forward. If it's a problem, if it's an issue, I'm gonna get the nigga up out of there. But we gotta let niggas be able to say whatever stupid ass shit that they want to say. We gotta get the numbers high. Numbers high come from niggas being able to say whatever little dumbass shit they say.
From the Jamel Reed portion of this, which would be the civil side of this same incident, where there were questions sent out. And, I know a lot of people really don't think that it was going to go beyond the civil, but even in the civil aspect of it, it seems to still be moving. Do you think that the criminal aspect will affect the civil cases as well if convictions are given out? Well, once convictions are given out, because there's no if in this at all. Well, usually the criminal case goes forward, and once you get convictions on the criminal case, that makes your civil case much more powerful. Yeah. But because these two guys, Mr. Reed and the other man, were beaten on camera, they really need to worry about the outcome of a criminal case. So that's why they're going forward with their civil case. And I don't think one is going to affect the other in this situation. Well, I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time. I'm surprised only because I was like you. I didn't think anything was going to come of this because it's been so long ago. But to see that the case is actually moving forward, this is being taken seriously. So, as you guys can hear, this is definitely...
Yeah, man, that's tricky. This is a tricky situation. Now it kind of makes you wonder too. Are there going to be any deals given? Is there going to be any like incentive for IBM Gloss to maybe place the blame elsewhere for his own benefit and all that kind of stuff? Like I ain't really sure how this is going to go. This whole situation overall, it is messy. It is extremely messy. Hold on, let me see this real quick. It is extremely messy. It is extremely flamboyant. I'm wondering too what Adam will say about this because it's finna be all over the place. Once this man starts going to trial in his summer, we in May, June, July, that's 2 months away. Once this man starts going to trial, it's gonna be all over the place. Alex Alonso is covering it. So by Alex Alonso covering it, we're gonna continue to have media update. We're gonna continue to have media coverage. We're gonna continue to have news we can use and knowledge we ain't finna get nobody's college. At some point, we are going to want to know what Adam 22 has to say about this situation. At some point, we are going to want to know what Adam 22 has to say about, this whole case. It's going to be one of the bigger situations within our YouTube space. WAC doesn't want us to, these cases are coming up. The big U trial is coming up. This situation with the no jumper fight, all that's coming up. WAC is saying little things like, hey, well, anybody finna have no content soon. They're going to not be able to use me for content no more because he's trying to disassociate himself with all these fires and all these problems that he started in our internet space. You feel me? So I'm not looking at the situation at anything outside of what it is. I believe that WAC knows what's coming, and I think that he's spooked. I think that WAC knows what's coming, and I think that he's spooked. I think that he knows that he might have, at this point, bitten off a lot more than he was intending to chew. All I'm saying. All I'm saying. WAC is let's watch other people take the blame. For sure. For sure. He's a freaky little man. A very freaky little man.
Moving forward. So all of the other flim-flam foolery that was being spewed online about this not going anywhere, whack huffing and
Bro, that's a good one.
blowing it down. That's who I'm talking about when I say that. It's a lie. And for those of us who thought that there was nothing going on, it looks like something was absolutely going on. Now, I see some of y'all asking about the police report. Now, this was pieced together a long time ago. We were able to get the police report in pieces. And yes, WAC was named on the actual police report as suspect number 4 in all of this. And there was some background that was...
So WAC was named as suspect number 4 in the J. Reed beating. Got it. Okay.
Given who he is, also...
It's crazy because he'll act like he has no involvement with the situation. But in actuality, nigga, you are suspect number 4. Suspect number 4 is crazy.
On Tremaine as well. So for Tremaine, it says that Williams is a rapper and a music producer. Williams admitted to being a member of the 8 Trays before eventually becoming a member of the Rolling 60s during a social media interview on January 30th of 2024. The A-Tray Gangsta Crips is also known as A-Tray Gangsta Crips or A-Tray Gangsta, just the different ways they spell it. Williams is then it goes on, that's a repeat.
Loose Cannon used to be from A-Tray Gangsters? Okay. Never heard that before.
Things. It goes into describing the Rolling Sixties. I don't want to get into any of that. It goes into naming Adam is the host of No Jumper podcast. The podcast focuses on interviews with underground mainstream hip hop artists and pop culture oriented guests of different careers and backgrounds. Graham Mason has hosted numerous admitted blood and Crip to include subsets gang members on his show, some of which have been violent against Graham Mason or other people present at the podcast studio during the interviews. Graham Mason and Jones host another podcast together called The Adam and Wax Show, which appears to be associated with the No Jumper podcast. On this podcast, the two discuss current events, topics pertaining to people in the entertainment industry. Now he goes down and he does speak on WACK as well. He says Jones is a rapper, music producer. He's not a rapper, hip hop commentator, and record executive.
Okay, yeah, so I think that they're just making up information at this point because I don't think Loose Cannon was ever banging A-Tray Gangsters. So we know Wack's not a rapper.
Manages several music artists. Jones, he manages one. Shut up, Eddie. Jones admitted to being a member of the Pacoima Pyrus Bloods with a moniker of Little Whack during a social media interview on December 6th of 2023. Jones stated he got jumped into the gang when he was 12 years old and still claims to be a member of the gang. And then it goes into breaking down the Pyrus. I'm not going to get into any of that because that is none of my business, so I'm not going to go there. Okay? But the premise and point of all of this is to show everybody that this is actually a case that is moving forward. Once again, it goes back to what I've been saying about Adam. You wouldn't be in this situation right now if it wasn't for your affiliation with WACK and your continued relationship.
His affiliation with WACK for sure put him in way more problems than it gave him solutions to. That is clear to see.
Relationship with WACK continues.
It makes you wonder if Adam could go back in time, would he have done things different with WACK?
Pull you down. Now, if I were to play the full video in its entirety, you can't exactly say that WACK was not involved in this in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I still believe, as I believed a long time ago when this first happened. If y'all remember, I was asking who was in the trick bag. Was it Adam? Was it Tremaine? Or was it both of them? Because this trick bag was taking everybody down. And look, you've got Tremaine in federal click city custody, and you've got
Adam in this crazy lawsuit.
He is a liability and lie. I want to a liability. Okay. I wonder if WACK is going to offer to pay for Adam's attorney.
He ain't got no money. How can he afford to pay for Adam's attorney fee?
You better not. You know why? Because he ain't going to pay them attorneys. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all should have known that I was going to turn this into something. Y'all should have known we wasn't going to just...
WACK can't pay Blueface's trainer. How you going to pay Adam's lawyer?
Stay here? No. Because not only does WACK not pay the trainer, not only has WACK not paid the studio, not only has any of that stuff come down, but WACK has not paid the attorneys. Now, y'all should remember that I brought this up. I want to make sure that I give you the first document first and the second document second. Okay, so we gonna get to the first document first. Let's go here. Cause baby, let me tell you something. You should have never got me started. You should have never got me started. You should have left well enough alone.
Wackisha's crazy.
Shooter. You should have left me alone.
The duder shooter.
I might have gone easy on you.
The duder shooter is wild.
Because it's just something about dragging him that just really gets me going. All right, so what are we looking at, Henny? What you are looking at And some of y'all may remember this case, but for those of y'all who do not, and Adam, if he is offering to pay your lawyer's fees, I would suggest that you do not allow him to pay them because he's not. He's not. Okay? Because this is Novin and Novin LLP. And who are they, Henny? Well, they are a limited liability partnership that is taking Cash Jones to court. Yes.
Damn it, another
They
fucking
saw this back in
damn, WACK getting sued again? Goodness yeah, this nigga's broke. WACK is broke. WACK is broke. WACK is broke. WACK is broke. This nigga's getting sued again.
2025. Their complaint is for breach of written contract, common count goods and services rendered, account stated, and quantum merit, unjust enrichment. All right, so let's get into this right here because he don't pay nobody. Okay, he don't pay nobody. Plaintiff isn't at all times relevant. Herein mentioned was a limited liability partnership organized under the laws of the state of California. Plaintiff is informed and believes as such, informed and alleges that defendant Cash Jones is at all times relevant, was an individual citizen of the United of Los Angeles. Okay, now plaintiff informed and believes. All right, so the first cause of actions was breach of written contract. Okay, so Novin and Novin, hereby referred to as incorporates, all right, on or about January 28th, 2021. 2021. And they did this lawsuit in 2025. A law firm entered into an hourly based written retainer agreement with defendants Cash, Roy Jones, Roy, you being called to the carpet to perform legal services in connection with an initial matter. In entering into the agreement, Cash Roy Jones agreed to pay Novin and Novin's attorney fees based upon their hourly rate as set forth in the agreement. Moreover, McElroy further enlisted the legal services of McNovin and Novin in connection with a secondary matter, Priscilla Rainey versus JCR Terrell Taylor.
Damn it.
Dun, dun, dun. That's the games case. McElroy sought legal services from Novin and Novin on the basis of their pre-existing attorney-client relationship. So, McElroy, we're going to call him McElroy because I just like saying it because it just really...
He said, "You look miserable." No, I'm not miserable. I'm just listening. I just can't. This is my listening face. I guess if my listening face looks miserable, then I apologize. But God damn, another lawsuit? Like I'm really just flabbergasted. If we really just being 100% transparent here, and I can get my emotions out, as this is a safe space, I'm really just flabbergasted because it's like, how has this nigga been able to maintain just in life? You going through a divorce where your wife is taking everything. You're being sued by your lawyer. Like, nigga, you're being sued by your lawyer. Like, this is just incredible. You're named as um a witness, a suspect. You're a witness and a victim in big use case. You're a suspect in a no jumper case. I said that already. Your lawyer's suing you. You still got the lawsuit with the church. You feel me? Like, this is just my listening face, bro. Like, this is just my listening face. I'm not miserable at all. I'm just listening, and I'm just like, man. Like, yeah, how you getting sued by a nigga who do the law? Like, that's terrible. Like, I apologize if my listening face looked like I was miserable. I'm not. I'm just like, how. My biggest question is, like I always say, is how the fuck is this nigga just not in jail? Like, how is WACK around? You got the transmission. Just put out a video of WACK today. Like, he has a lot going on. He has a lot going on. We are not here to answer questions about Iceman. Stay focused, bro. Stay focused. Go take an Adderall and focus. We on what we supposed to be talking about right now.
Fits him. Whenever I say McElroy, you know what plays in my head? that plays in my head when I say McElroy. I just think of a junkyard dog running around rapid. But I digress. Let's get back into this. Okay, so because of their pre-existing client attorney-client relationship with McElroy, and because McElroy agreed they would be responsible to advance and or pay all necessary costs and expenses on time incident to the representation of both McElroy and the game, okay, in the matter, and to reimburse the lawyers upon their receipt of a statement for as much as said costs and fees are paid or incurred. So they were supposed to pay. He was supposed to pay the legal services, like that means travel expenses, whatever they had to come out of pocket and pay for. McElroy was supposed to pay them back and reimburse them. Plus, they were hired to defend both him and the game on an hourly basis. So for every hour that they put in working on any
What was the case? What was the case against WACK? Why were the lawyers defending him? What did he do? And they said that WACK. I'm not saying that this is true. I'm saying this is an alleged. I heard this a while ago, and then niggas kind of got quiet about it. But they said a while ago that WACK had a situation where he might have been involved with some people who some people who were under the agement, but it was overseas. You feel me? So I ain't really sure. But my question is, what was WACK doing to where lawyers had to defend him? What's the McElroy in the middle is sick? Or any of that stuff. Not the boss of me now. They were supposed to get paid, okay? After McElroy enlisted Novin and Novin for legal assistance in the matter, Novin and Novin performed significant work on both McElroy and the game's behalf. Okay? Wait, is this nigga in the comments saying that I'm lying on WACK? Oh, I'm lying on WACK. Oh, I'm lying on WACK? Let me know if you're talking to me versus somebody else in the comments, because if you're talking about me, I have a rebuttal. But if you're not talking to me, I'm gonna mind my business because you're not talking to me, and I'm just gonna mind the business that I got going on. But we got a Clubhouse Crusader. Yep, I think that we might have one. I think that all good, homie. I'm a white boy at the end of the day. Shout out to the Woods. Shout out to the Woods. Appreciate you having here. We're not gonna ask you to bring anything to the cookout. To my white friend, we don't need you to actually bring anything to the cookout. You can actually bring plates and cups and paper towels. Bring a box of chips, the variety bag, the spicy ones. Bring the spicy ones for the kids because they like that. Bring the one with the purple Doritos. I like that one. And then bring a traditional bag because my mama liked the plain Lays. So that's what you could actually bring to the Clubhouse Crusader. I would like you to do one thing. Today's a perfect opportunity to take your nose out of that man's belly button. Take your nose out of that man's belly button. Take your nose out of that man's belly button. Today is an excellent day to stop sucking malice male meat. Today you could be anything, but you chose to be a malice male meat muncher. You are a beef butcher. You are a sausage slurper, big dog. You are a wob nobbler. You feel me? You are a cocksmith. You are a cocksmith, sir. You could have been anything in life, but you chose to be an absolute cocksmith. You don't have to be a cocksmith, big dog. You feel me? Your mans that you crusading for, that's your hand in that passenger seat, huh? You're a habitual hot dog handler. You're a perpetual pin 15 pounder. You feel me? A perpetual pin 15, a perpetual preposterous pin 15 pounder, big dog. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? So with that all being said, if you so choose to get on your knees for WACK100 every day, I'm not even mad at you because honestly, the fact that you get on your knees and you allow yourself to put your nose in that man's belly button is a stunning representation of you are just like your leader because apparently, according to Twitter, he gets on his knees as well and puts noses in belly button and begins a Hoover vacuum motion, if you will. So, with that all being said, unicorns in the chat for the perpetual pin 15 pounder, the bitter butcher, the beef brawler, the habitual hot dog handler, Sir Suckalot. Sir Suckalot. Your mans is outside of the school having hand-to-hand combat with himself, bro. Hand-to-hand combat. Why would you mute me, blood? You haven't been muted, blood. You haven't been muted, blood. You haven't been muted. I promise you. My hands are right here. Now, my hands is where you can see them. Wax hands is what we need to be concerned about. My hands are right here where we can see them. My hands are right here where we can see them. My hands have been in plain sight this entire time. This nigga Whack, his hands is somewhere else, big dog. His hands are somewhere else. And by the looks of the video, and we matching that up with your comments, maybe your hand was somewhere else as well. That all being said, let's go back to that girl Henny. Just had to get that off real quick. You had to get that off. And technically, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm listening to body. So don't tell me how to use my ears. I can listen to whatever the fuck I want to listen to. You don't tell me what to listen to. I listen to whatever I want to listen to. Stop talking about blah blah. Technically, I ain't talking about nothing. Technically, I'm listening to body. Nigga. Nickel. Shit. Worrying about my inner workings of what I choose to intake sonically. Nigga. Don't worry about what I choose to intake sonically. Don't worry about what I'm choosing to intake sonically. What I allow myself to intake sonically is my business. I'm listening about it. You feel me? Shit. First y'all niggas is on my listening face, and then you mad that I'm listening about it. What's wrong with you niggas and me listening? First a nigga mad at my listening face. Now this nigga mad at my listening ears. Let's keep going.
McElroy was informed on a monthly basis of the.
I appreciate them stars. Keep sending them.
Company fee statements. So every month they made sure they were sending him a bill, letting him know this is what we spent, this is what we've done, this is what we need to be paid. Okay. Novin and Novin has performed all ops, services, and conditions required by the agreement, as well as the matter to be performed on its part. In rendering the services herein alleged, Novin and Novin expanded time for legal services rendered and advanced and or incurred costs and expenses to be paid by McElroy. So it says that there is due an owing of an unpaid amount of $144,637.71 plus interest owing of an unpaid costs and expenses to be paid by McElroy. So
that's a lot of chili. Whack all them people some money to get them out.
That there is due an owing of an unpaid amount of $144,637.71 plus interest hereon at a rate of 10% as of September 8th of 2023. So they was doing work on both wax cases, the games cases since 2021. And here they are at 2023 submitting a bill to him, and here he's not paying them. What did he say to the trainer? Go ahead, file your little paperwork. I'll keep it tied up in court for 5 to 6 years. That's what he said, right? But you playing this game with some lawyers.
And they not tripping because it's 5 or 6 years later.
This is going to end too well. With you playing games.
Whack all them people 100 raccoons. Whack all them people 100 raccoons, bro. 100. That's a lot of diapers. He gonna have to sell a lot of diapers for sure.
The people who do law for a living. And then it also says that there is a breach of the agreement, and they will continue to incur substantial costs at attorney's fees. So they are going after him and want him to be held responsible for the cost and the fees of everything. Okay. So if he's offering to pay your lawyer, don't let him pay your lawyers. Okay.
No. He don't even pay his own lawyers. Don't let him pay your lawyers.
McElroy became indebted to Novin and Novin for services performed by them, and for which McElroy promised to pay the reasonable value thereof. So you got the trainer coming after you for 12.5, and now you've got them coming after you. We're just going to round it up to the nearest dollar amount. You've got these lawyers coming after you for basically 145,000. All right? Now, let's get to this right here. You know, the minutes when they go to court. So these minutes were taken on April 16th of 2026. Novin and Novin versus Cash Jones. The matter is called for a hearing. There was no appearance by or for McElroy.
Damn it.
Just
No
didn't
show.
bother to show up at all. Didn't send no lawyers.
WACK missed the court day. He just didn't show up. Yeah, he's going to end up washed all the way up.
You're going to send lawyers when your lawyers are suing you, right?
Right.
So there's no lawyers that showed up for him, and he didn't show up. And the court and counsel for the plaintiff conferred regarding the status of the case. And pursuant to the request of the plaintiff, the case management conference held on 4/16/2026 is continued until July 16, 2026. And it's going to be in the Santa Monica courthouse. Now,
so WACK got to go to the Santa Monica court for the for the situation with his lawyer, and then he got to go to the Pasadena court for the no jumper fight. He got a busy month coming up in July.
Means
really busy. Like July's gonna be busy. You feel me?
Push this date back. Now, McElroy, I suggest that you put on your little leprechaun shoes.
Hey, y'all follow Ricky the Fool, man. Send him stars up. Y'all don't let Ricky be the only one. You know what I'm saying? Is that Ricky? Yeah, man. Don't let Ricky be the only one, man. Send him stars up. Get like Ricky. Come on, y'all. Don't let Ricky be out here by himself.
And you grab your little pot of fake gold and you go down there to the courthouse and you go see what these people are talking about, because you really can't afford to be losing no more money, because these aren't the only people whose cases are still going. Okay. Now, while David Kaminsky might have been a punk ass murderer. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I've been hanging out with Dogface too much. I shouldn't have said that. David Kaminsky may have backed out of his lawsuit. David Kaminsky may have backed out of his lawsuit because he was, a little intimidated. I'm going to say that. He was a little intimidated by McElroy,
Wait, so Lack is intimidating his lawyer? Wow.
You've also got the Kenneth Lawson case that is still carrying on to this day, because he also has to return to court this year for that case. And now you have these lawyers that you're going to.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that he did whoop out the actor from Moesha. I forgot that nigga for sure did fight the actor from Moesha. So now he got that case, and I wonder if that's gonna turn into a criminal case. I wonder if that'll just stay civil or that'll actually turn into a criminal case.
In July of this year. So the deck just keeps on.
Whack a little bully is crazy. Whack a little bully is crazy.
Epitome if I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
He's already committed to being broke.
That man's word is worth the turd in the toilet. Yet y'all keep going over there and y'all.
That nigga got a turd word.
Keep doing business. See, the problem is, I think people don't believe until you make a believer out of them, McElroy.
All right, man. We finna get up out of here to the next one. Chat, y'all saying kick it. We finna go into a different direction. Let's see. MacWap was having a conversation. I want to go back and check out MacWap. Chat, I got like 15 more minutes for y'all, and I gotta go hit this football fizzled. Then I gotta go hit this football fizzled. Boom.
Yeah. Ass already. No. You seen it? No. Some type of credibility to what do y'all put that on themselves?
Appreciate that, Ricky, you fool.
What's to WACK choking his chick?
All right, boom. All right, boom. Let's jump into this Kantiana, man. Let's see what MacWab, King, Tiny, and my man Kev talking about.
Bro, Grave, he too old for that. He an old goofy. Nah, WACK is crazy for that.
Hey, yeah, that's crazy.
That's a crazy allegation. That's a crazy everything.
Now, I was in the video. No, but he said it was AI. Who said what's crazy about it? Like, it's crazy. That's an allegation. He also said it was AI, but nobody's seen the video to say if it was or wasn't. Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying.
More people seen that video than are willing to admit it, for sure.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I was
Uncomfortable truth.
it's crazy. Like, you know, how you just like. Yeah, I'm gonna react to it. Destroy. I just feel like your tongue falls. It's like it's power in the tongue. Oh, you created that. So him, like the exposer. I'm the exposer. Oh, word. Yeah. Like I just feel like he just put that on himself.
Wack talked himself into a transmission. Okay, Tiny.
But y'all saying like it got some type of credibility to what do y'all like? Y'all like because it's all types of allegations and things happen all day. Like this Wax spoke on it. Wax spoke on it, but also no one's seen the video. But at the same time, it's like Adam said, if someone can dictate if it's AI or not, and it comes out that it's not AI, then what? What's your argument?
Adam said that it was not AI. Adam said he didn't believe it.
That's the whole thing. But none of y'all seen it though. No. There's a video. There is a video though. But none of y'all seen it though. No. Okay, I'm just asking. You seen it? No. But y'all all kind of sound like it has some validity to it. It's a possibility, Finn. I don't know. I mean, I think it got some validity to it. This got caught with his booty out. Yeah. So like they keep exposing Wax. So I think whatever going on, they got some. I mean, it's right for people to question it. To me, that was like right after that though. Right after he's like, all right, boom, he got exposed for it. He got his exposed. The ass already exposed, right? Now.
And then there are text messages, and then as recently as today, he's being May the 15th, they came out with some more stuff about this nigga.
Then I be wanting to know like what happens after that. It don't be nothing though, right? Like, well, if it has to do with the transmission, it's crazy. It's over. What's over? This whole get down, this whole rah rah, all that.
That's been over though.
I don't know.
I'm mistaken on that's been over with though. The whole lore of WACK100 that's been done.
I don't think so. No, you think WACK gonna be looked at the same? Yeah, I don't look at him any kind of way. I look at him as a human now. So I'm saying him being the rah rah image on the internet ain't gonna be the same. If it comes out that he was dealing with a transsexual and got caught with it. Because what if he start getting that like the nigga that was that one video? What's that one shit where the nigga was in jail? Ooh, take your
Fleece Johnson.
You know what I'm talking about? What's the name with the hat? Oh, from Boondocks. Yeah,
Fleece Johnson.
Boondocks. Hey, that'd be some crazy content. What if I get into that bag though? Like that's the Boondocks bag. Hey, what is that name? I know what you're talking about. I forgot bro name. Chat. What's that nigga name? He was on Boondocks. I know what you're talking about. I want you. Oh yeah.
Fleece Johnson. That's it. They saying Wack going full blown Fleece Johnson. Wack going full blown Fleece Johnson is absolutely barring Kelly's.
You gotta also remember how Ray J was getting that. Hey, he said he parted the what is it the gay community or something.
The gay agency.
He's funny as low key though. He's kind of performative, but at the same time, you don't know what's up with Ray J. I think he might be a little like the way the game is now.
Chat, let me know what y'all think. Y'all think that Ray J be on some GPS shit? Y'all think that Ray J just be playing, or y'all think that Ray J be serious when he be jumping into his GPS bag? You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all really think? Y'all think that Ray J serious, or you think that it's all performative? Like, when Ray J jump into his awkward, uncomfortable GPS bag, you think that he's serious and there's validity to it, or do you think that Ray J is just talking and he ain't really got too much to do? So that's something that he saw, got a reaction, he keeps doing it. Said, I don't know about Ray J.
Right after you know what's up, then what's up?
Babby say he's serious.
And then he's gonna have to get here. There's gonna be jokes and
I don't think that's gonna change anything.
You know, that's it. But it's just gonna be content to the next thing happen for the next person.
But this persona is it ain't the same. Yeah, that'd probably kind of get spooky. Yeah. You think? How would you think it'll change for him?
If he was a rapper or something, I think
it'll just be, yeah, like I said, get some narratives and start some new ones. Yeah. Like, all right. I think somebody like him is over. Shoots to nowhere for real.
When you say over though, what you mean over? Because it's not like he's not selling records. When you say
because that's what I mean though. He's not selling records or nothing. So everything that he has on his shoulders and his personality is his persona. WACK is known and only on these platforms because of his persona. What platform?
No Jumper, any other platform he be on.
No Jumper, like
any platform WACK is on is only because of his false persona being a tough guy. That's it.
Content on this. The rah-rah. That would be.
So you said if that come out to be true, then he ain't gonna be able to be on No Jumper no more?
He's just not going to be revered as WACK100. He's just going to be a pause this game banging.
But that creates content still. And if he's good at creating content, then
wouldn't he have to like kind of pivot?
nah. That's
Just
it.
Loki goes more into it like Felice Johnson.
He'll come in there and say, hey, I can see him. Hey, you think I didn't set that up?
WACK come out and say, "Yup, I'm out here changing transmission, hard hammer, transmission training, transmission changing, hard hammer. I ain't tripping, going hard, barnacles, wookie bam, blah blah blah." What would your reaction be if WACK just full blown jumped into it like, "Yep, I like you and I want you and I'm gonna get you." You feel me? What would y'all think about that?
You think I have my team? That's my team who dropped.
So now him and Adam really
like, nah, I dropped that shit if it happened to be true. I feel like he'll get behind a narrative like that if he had to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On up to him and say, we about to push this content some more now. And that's why that MacWap narrative was hilarious. Because that chair on the he spit on the chair. This is mad. This nigga spit the chair at the TV. Nigga talking to the living room now. You calling names out.
What? Nah, that's actually funny as a motherfucker. That's funny, bro. That's actually.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's a crazy narrative though.
Yeah, super crazy, dog. But
And when you get into it with so many, it'd be like, it probably, whoever it is.
Now if WACK get into it with anybody publicly, they finna jump right into, man, you got caught with the Wookie Bam. You feel me? So I mean, I don't know. You feel me? When City Walk was on, all right, damn, mad YouTuber went back.
It's whether it's true or not, they got the narrative out there, and it could be like a guppy, like somebody he thinking is small that he looked over that he served 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Somebody that he just not even on his radar no more, and they just come back with that because he get into it with so many. I don't even think he probably know which angle who trying to drop this on me. Like who did? Like, he don't know where the shit came from. Type
he was
shit.
just taking fans in Arizona, I believe, too.
Yeah, at that small show they had.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like that was like whenever the camera
fuck
goes
WACK.
At a small show in Arizona.
Why you saying a small show?
It was a small show in Arizona.
It was a small show in Arizona.
I understand. It was a show.
It's a small show.
It was a small show.
That's what I'm saying. Why you putting that in the header?
You can retweet it. I don't give a
retweet it. That's what you said.
That's the adjective.
I should have rewound that.
No, you want to retweet it, so I'm gonna reiterate. It was a small show that Blueface had, and they were fighting at a small club.
I was not. That question was you.
I don't dislike anybody. I don't know the nigga.
Oh, okay.
My whole thing is I'm starting to make content, so when I go on Reddit and look up, I'm gonna reiterate what it was.
Look at him. Look.
Okay. Like I'm saying.
All the DM just like that.
Hey, Kevin fuck around and whoop WACK ass.
About a week ago, Adam was talking about you. He was trying to figure out where you were.
He said, remember, like,
yeah, for real, I didn't see that. There he was.
Adam brought him up. He was like, who came or whatever.
When Adam called, was they live? That a clip when he called in, he talked to Mac. Was they live or he just called in on some other shit?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where he was at.
Yeah, he looking for you though. I'm just playing.
Oh man, shut up.
Nah, but either way, I don't know. But like I said, it was a show they had. It was going back and forth with a security guard or something like that. And then
that was a distraction though. He used that fight to get it to overlook the fact that he got caught with the boy.
Like, hey, the girl that he shoved hit me up in the DM. That's some cold shit.
It's cold. Yeah. That's the bed too.
You gotta take mine before they get yours.
Oh yeah, he out about there. BG's said, yo, we go 6ix9ine and Bank. Nobody cares about all that snitching. It was
he served.
He served.
Man, we up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. We gone. Chat, I appreciate y'all for kicking it, man. Hey, you know what? Rick the Fool, man, give me the 200. We at 198. We at 199. Come on, Rick. Come on, Ricky the Fool. Ricky the Fool, get us to 200. Get us to 200. Get us to 200. Get us to 200 so I can get up out of here and hit this football field, man. Come on, Ricky the Fool. One more. Who gonna beat Ricky? Who gonna beat Ricky? Who gonna be the one? Boom. Come on, Ricky. Come on, get us to boom, 204. There it go. I'm about to go to practice with the kids, man. I'm needed on the field.